Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be coming to you guys with a video on how I broke free from the Matrix, and I'm going to give some insights on how you guys can also break free from the Matrix as well if you haven't broken free yet. I haven't released a video like this on my channel before, so it's going to be a pretty good video with a lot of insights and just my own personal experience, and hopefully it helps some of you guys who are still trying to break free from the Matrix or not really sure kind of just what exactly that means for you. I'll be coming to you guys today with an in-depth personal experience, and hopefully that'll help activate kind of your experience with breaking free from the Matrix, or whatever that looks like for you, because it's really individualized for each individual person. Just a couple things I want to touch upon before I get into today's video. So the first thing that I want to touch upon was a couple of my predictions from my HAARP series that kind of has come true. So in my HAARP series part 1 video, I released a remote viewed style predictions video of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season with all the targets and names listed that I saw. And I did see Chantal, which I did say in my HAARP series part 1 video, Chantal was going to be one of the first storms that they would release that would have impacted the US. And there is a storm right now by the name of Chantal that is targeting, I think, Wilmington and Myrtle Beach, Wilmington, North Carolina, and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina tonight. So that is, I guess I'm 1 for 1 so far, because really that was the first one that I was predicting. Was Chantal was the first name on the list that I saw. So I just find it's very, it's not okay that they're starting, but I think this is good confirmation that I was remote viewing the right information. So hey, I'll take one for the team, I guess, that I called it. So Chantal's hitting tonight. So sending prayers to Wilmington and Myrtle Beach. And I'll be doing energetic protection right after this video on the land for that storm that will be impacting them tonight. So hopefully other light workers and starseeds are doing that in that area as well. I also just wanted to share about that tragic flood that happened that killed 20 people in Texas. I remote viewed the situation, and it was an elite ritual, and they were targeting children. So, fuck, it's so upsetting. So yeah, it was it was a ritual done by HAARP, but it was also like to target the children that it supposedly killed. So I don't know why they did that. I'm not really gonna look too much more into it. What I found was pretty disturbing, and all we could do is just send love to those who were victims. So yeah, but it was they were testing out. So it was very similar what they did. They've been doing a lot of these quick moving rainstorms. They did one in where I am a couple days ago, where they can make the storm stay over a specific area and flood the area and wreak havoc. And they did it, and I know of several that they did last year, and it destroyed homes around the country. Yeah, so just sending love to those who are impacted. And then one last thing two more things briefly I want to touch upon. I did see on my Instagram feed that Marjorie Taylor Greene is proposing a bill that is going to ban weather manipulation nationwide in America. And I brought this up because one thing that I picked up on in my HAARP series part 4 with the chemtrails, that one, I said there's going to be a leader or leaders who are currently leaders starting a movement, and I think it's Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I was picking up on it before it happened, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be the leader of this. not the leader, because obviously, like, she's a disruptor. I think that woman is, has such a unique mission here, and kudos to her for just doing what she's doing. I mean, I've been following her for years because I've been aware of what her mission is. She, like, knows a lot. So I'm hopeful that this is phase one of whatever she knows to just kind of push it out there. I mean, I love her because I think it's people who are so enrooted in the third dimension and kind of who crush the system down in the third dimension, like what she does. They're, like, brilliant. Like, yes, they're full of polarity, but they're brilliant. So I don't know. I think I was picking up on leaders who were going to be a part of this movement. I think she's going to find out. I mean, I don't think she's at HAARP just yet, but she's very aware that there's something going on. So if she finds HAARP, I see her being the face of, like, the crackdown, and I think it's gonna be her and RFK collaborating to, like, crash HAARP at the government level. But obviously it's consciousness and people, but they are I sense a unlikely collaboration between Marjorie Taylor Greene and RFK coming as we get towards 2026, because I think the two of them are going to literally be the ones who crash HAARP. I think they're going to be the two people in this movement. I think so. Guys, I'm starting off this video just ranting, but I gotta do it. Last thing that I want to mention is that my phone did kind of get hacked. I'm just saying that so casually. It got hacked. I was at the Apple store for like 3 hours yesterday because I had to replace it. All they said was it was like a bug, but I know that it was hacked, and it was after I released the predictions video for the remaining part of 2025. So I just feel called to share that, just because I think it's such confirmation when stuff like that happens after releasing information, and I'm proud of myself. That's all I gotta say. I'm energetically protected, but obviously I guess I just need to do a lot of more prayer meditation around my technology. I don't know. But whatever they're gonna do to me, like, I'm not scared of them. And obviously, guys, like, obviously I know nothing's gonna happen to me, but just a 1 in a million disclaimer. Obviously, I just want to throw this out there. If anything ever did happen to me, just use your assumption, because I'm here to live. That's all I gotta say. Okay. Now getting to how to break free from the Matrix. 8 minutes into this video. Sorry, guys. This is all unscripted. So I broke free from the Matrix really in 2020 with my awakening, and I was literally, so when I broke free, I just started realizing, well, obviously my psychic abilities took off, remote viewing, all this stuff, channeling, like, but I, like, didn't know how to label myself, and I was also labeling myself a lot at that time, because I was so, like, my awakening was so intense that I felt like I almost had to, like, be in the Matrix during it and, like, live by what the Matrix was telling me to live by at the time. So I was, like, obviously before 2020, I was very enrooted in the Matrix, before my original awakening. And then obviously, I went through a lot of personal struggles, and I had my awakening. So I'm gonna kind of get into, like, how I broke free, why the personal struggles helped me break free from the Matrix, because I was not breaking free before. So after I was so enrooted in the Matrix, meaning I went through such deep personal struggles, and I saw everything for what it was, like, in all the Matrix institutions and all that shit. Oh, and COVID happened, 2020, so I was, like, awakened. I found myself, like, I didn't know why I had to label myself X, Y, and Z. I didn't know why I had to always, like, have a religious identity, have a sexual orientation identity, have all that shit. And I always kind of knew something was off, right? Because I'm awakened. and we live in a system that wants you to label yourself. And this video is going to be good getting us into like false identities and all that, which I'm heading that way. Okay, so I found myself having to label myself. And I'm not even going to say what I had to label myself on here, because I don't go by labels anymore, because I don't operate at that level of consciousness anymore. Okay? So you see where I'm going. I'm just trying to get this information out. All unscripted, guys. I'm just talking truth right now. Okay. So, 2020, 2021, I was like, I'm not identifying as anything, because this is what they want. They want us going by a label to fit into their illusion. And like, I was having huge realizations at this time. Like I said, I was awakened. I was going through a lot of personal struggle. Obviously, my first video, I touched upon that. I've been in recovery. I'm coming up on 4 years sober. I got sober at, when I just turned 16. So that was a pretty huge milestone. But anyway, so I was like, needing to label myself as like a recovering alcoholic or a drug addict, or these were the labels that like Matrix pushed upon me right before I woke up. Gay, alcoholic, drug addict, religious labels, right? Labels about everything. Labels about literally everything. So anyway, I woke up, right? Because I woke up and I was like, fuck no, I'm not participating in their matrix with their labels. And I know what these agendas are. So like, getting into it, like, I don't want to identify as gay when I see that whole like thing. I'm not even gonna call it all the letters. Like, that whole agenda is a reptilian agenda. Like, it's textbook, like, hijacking, like, reptilians hijacking sexuality to push a crazy agenda. A batshit crazy agenda, which I'm gonna do a whole series on that. And I am 100% certain I'm gonna be getting canceled, but I gotta do what I gotta do, guys, because holy shit, what I've remote viewed about this is so deep. It gets as deep as adrenochrome. So, and soul harvesting trauma, oh my goodness. So anyway, I'm not saying anything upon anybody in the community. I'm saying like just how deep that operation is. And that being said, I'm like very comfortable with whom I am. So I'm not like saying, oh, like I'm heterosexual, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a huge thing, and like, I'm so grateful I'm aware of that agenda and kind of like how it's been pushed upon in this matrix, because it's horrific. And there's so much evil, and like, guys, I'm so excited when I get into this. It is gonna be like, I feel like that's when Exit Frequency is gonna take off, when I expose that. Oh my God, guys. Woo! But we might be a year out from that. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, so like, whenever, people would say, oh, so before I woke up, I would have to say, oh, I'm gay. But after I woke up, whenever somebody would like have to say, oh, you're gay, you're this, what are you, what sexuality, this is how I respond. I don't operate at that level of consciousness. That, like, I have glitched out so many people's programming when it comes to who I am, because of what the whole Matrix agenda was, and how it made everybody need to know everything about everyone. It's so fucked. But anyway, the response that I would get, like, I give people, if somebody enrooted in the Matrix is questioning my sexuality and feels the need to do something like that, I just say, I don't operate at that level of consciousness anymore. I don't use labels. I'm a soul, and that's all I identify as, and I don't identify as anything. So, and I've done that to so many people, and I think it would just glitch out their programming, like right in front of me, and they would be like, I think it's pretty badass if people can be so confused with what I mean that it just shuts them down, because I win, right? Like, the Matrix loses in that moment. I broke the Matrix, right? And there's like chemtrails behind me as I'm talking about this. But like, guys, like, this is, you gotta take kind of like their agenda and like glitch it out. Like, I don't know how to explain it. So like, I've done that with like sexuality stuff. Like, I am so past all that. So past it. I see through all that. Anyway, even just with like my recovery, my sobriety, I don't need to lower my vibration and say that I'm an alcoholic or a recovering alcoholic. Like, absolutely not. I'm gonna say I'm choosing to not engage in lower vibration. Oh my God, a big wave. Oh shit. I'm in the ocean, guys. I'm choosing not to engage with lower vibrational drugs than alcohol, right? So it's literally the reframing that is breaking me out, or anyone out of the Matrix, right? So it's just glitching out all these like things, like all these labels. Oh, a religious identity. I don't need to lower my vibration and my level of consciousness to fit into a limiting belief system, right? So like, that's all you have to say to really, like, if you're going through any of those things and you don't know what, like, how to break the Matrix, or it's so confusing, because like, even me, I'm so spiritual, like, I just used the label, oops, whatever. But like, I'm so diverse with spiritual, I mean, people don't even know if I'm a conspiracy theorist or a remote viewer or a channeler or a medium, or like, I'm everything. Like, I don't, like, why are we in such a limiting system? Exactly. Just think about it. Like, why do we have to use labels? I don't even call myself spiritual. I'm literally here utilizing what I'm here to do. So, win, right? Win-win. So I'm just giving some of those examples, right? Because I think it's so important to understand breaking the Matrix, like, when it comes to labels, is so important. And like, I remember I would like, in my education years, I mean, even like, okay, I could still be broken free from the Matrix and in the Matrix, obviously, because like, I still have to do my Matrix stuff to do Matrix obligations. Like, I attend university, and like, even that, like, okay, the duality is so important here, because it's like, I'm aware that I'm attending university to get a Matrix degree in case my mission doesn't go where I want it to go, right? And I'm also buying time, and hopefully I'll be done in a couple years, and we're going to be gearing up for 28 at that point. So I think the timeline of me kind of buying 2 years before 2028 is perfect. So I'll take it. But anyway, like, I'm attending university, and like, I can know that, yes, university is all the education system is, it's MK Ultra, Illuminati, reptilian propaganda, right? Like, and I'm literally saying that straight face. I'm aware that the education system is reptilian propaganda, and it's a form of psychological MK Ultra. I can be aware of that and still get my work done and still pass, right? Like, and still literally write about it in the freaking assignments like I do. Like, so I can be awakened and be in the Matrix at the same time. So it's like, breaking the Matrix is pretty badass, because it's like, I can like be a normal human, right? Like, I can be fluid when it comes to spirituality, and when I want to tap in or remote view or talk to higher dimensional beings and, deep in trance meditation. Like, I have free will on when I want to be a human and when I want to be like literally in another dimension. It sounds badass, but like, hey, that's like what it is, right? When like you're operating, when you're a hybrid, like Starseed or whatever. So yeah, like, I mean, this video is pretty interesting. I'm actually really enjoying talking about this, so I hope you guys are getting a kick out of it. But ultimately, guys, like, I think it's so important that, like, especially when breaking free from the Matrix, like, it's not all or nothing. Like, we're gonna have to be a human until, like, do the human stuff, right? If that's work or whatever, but you have free will on how you want to participate in the Matrix. Do you need to take a side politically? Do you need to, like, do lower vibrational behaviors, right? Like, do you need to label yourself, right? Like, it's these little things where it's like, once you see through everything, like, I woke up at I'm 19 now. I woke up at 14, okay? Ever since I woke up, there is no going back to what I knew prior to this. And I've always questioned the narrative my whole life. There is no going back at all to the lower level of consciousness that I once came from in the early stage of my life. Once you know what you know, there's just no going back. It's only evolving from there. And why I wanted to say that was, like, ever since a young age, I mean, I have been so out of the Matrix my whole life. Like, I cannot even hold to, like, I have, like, a few friends, but, like, I don't even, like, I'm so out of the Matrix and out of almost, like, what everyone used to tell me, oh, you need to make friends. Oh, you need to do that. Oh, you need to do that. I don't surround myself with people that are operating at low levels of consciousness, and that's a big chunk of the population. So I've always been peacefully isolated from the world. But even when I'm not isolated, like, the people that I would always surround myself with are people like 20 to 30 years older than me who have broken the Matrix and who know what's going on, because my generation, oh my goodness, like, the Matrix is destroying them. Obviously because of the agendas that they've been pushing, especially with the schools and all that. But whoa, like, I yet to have met one person. I will never meet a 19-year-old that's awake, but even in their 20s there are people in their 20s, but I have yet to meet one that is awake to a lot. So it's actually, like, very isolating being young. But also, this is a good opportunity for me to, like, be that voice at the same time. So, like, another, breaking the Matrix thing, right? Because, like, I am not like anyone around my age, like, young age at all. I've never been. I've always only been around people, like, 20, 30 years older than me who I could talk to about this. Because I don't know what it is. Why do you, like, I noticed that, the awakened community, like, where's the young, like, hey guys, I know why, okay? I see what they're pushing with the young people, so I don't know why I need to be surprised. But yeah, it's kind of like another isolating thing, because I, like, don't have any friends that are within, like, years of me. They're all, like, so much older. But hey, that's, like, a part of my journey, and I actually kind of love it. So last thing I want to cover, okay, and you guys are gonna like this, is you will be called crazy. I have been called crazy for years since I woke up. I'm the only awakened one in my family. I'm the only awakened one that still kind of, like, operate around some unawakened. I mean, I don't surround myself with a lot of unawakened people, but a lot of people who I do consider, like, close or, like, friendly with, who are not fully awakened, like, I'm the only awake one. If that makes sense. Like, I only have, like, a few people in my life who are fully awake that I communicate with regularly, and the other people, like, not that I'm really close to them, but, like, obviously, like, I, like, my, like, family and, like, other types of friends, I'm, like, the only one that kind of, like, so sometimes, like, stuff will just slip out and I'm gonna be deemed as crazy. Like I could be like, look at the chemtrail right behind me, and everyone's, like, looking at me like, oh, and then they're gonna pull up a CNN article on their phone and rub it in my face and be like, CNN says that this is a conspiracy theory, and it's just, like, expanding behind me. So, like, that's kind of just, like, what I've always dealt with. But, like, yeah, like, so it's kind of like, it feels good, kind of. I'm drifting to shore. But it feels good kind of being like that, being kind of just like the odd one out, because like that's gonna really take me far, you know? And I'm grateful for the few people who I do talk to who are awake, and I'm still finding my tribe. And I know I will, but like over the next couple of years for sure. I'm hoping 2026, even the end of this year. So you will be called crazy. And I always think of it, guys, and this is gonna sound so polarizing, and I'm gonna play with the polarity here, so just bear with me, please. Think about it. The people who are going out of their way to call you crazy, this is gonna sound so like polarizing, but I love playing with the polarity sometimes, and I'm just in the mood, even though I'm above it. But the people that have to go out of your way and call you crazy for either just the things that you talk about or kind of just any of that, right? Any high vibrational thing. Think about it. They are the people who are so enrooted in the system. They are the people who are taking every vaccine they could take. They are the people who are chugging water with fluoride in it. They are the people who are on antidepressants. They are the people who have to use all the labels in the matrix to identify themselves. They are the people who are, you know, drinking and using drugs all the time to fit in or just get by in the matrix, or you know, they're the people that aren't living high vibrational lifestyles. They're so enrooted in the matrix, and I could see through those people so quickly. That's why they don't get attracted to me. My vibration is not aligned with those types of people. So anyway, and like, I obviously send those people love and light. I wish the best for them, but like, I've been called, you know, all sorts of things, and like, but it's always from people like that. And like, I don't want to, I know this is playing with the polarity a little bit, but like, it is, you know, it's true. Like, those are the people who are going to call you crazy. So just kind of look at it like, be grateful for holding your level of consciousness, right? Be grateful that you don't have to, like, you can know what you know, and just feel bad that they're not going to be able to access that channel, you know? Like, or they might one day. Just pray for them. I prayed for a lot of people. But I just feel bad for people like that. And I'll never be like mad for being called crazy, because I just see like you know, they're watching the media all the time. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to let out, because I think it just makes people feel better. Just kind of like, it's good validation when you get called crazy from, you know, people, and then you kind of just like see through it. But yeah, I've been called crazy. I'm discredited all the time. But like, guys, that's a part of the journey. We're in the transition between the old earth and the new earth. And we're all going to have to go through the phase of being called crazy. I mean, now it's not as much, because I've been on this journey for so long. And now people are just like, people actually believe me now. That's the thing, because I've you know, done energy work on some people. I've done like helped people with like some like people who have been asleep, and then they would hear me talk about all this, but then I would help them clear past life trauma or any of that. Like, then they'd be like, I kind of am vibing with your information now. So it's all on their own journey. And trust me, guys, people are going to wake up. Like, I mean, even a little bit over the next couple of years. So I'm going to wrap this video up now. I just found that I really wanted to let this out, and I feel really good. Like, the sky's not doing the best right now, but I'm doing amazing. And I'm so excited for the rest of this year. You know, I'm feeling, the last video I did was 5 days ago. I'm feeling a shift in energy, and we're only 5 days into July. And guys, once we get to August 1st, we are in a totally different ball game for the rest of 2025, going into 2026. These next 4 weeks, prepare internally, because we are going to go through a wild 3 to 5 months to close out 2025. And I've warned you guys about that. I've remote viewed accurate things so far. Just be ready. HAARP is getting ready to go. They're testing their systems, you know, possible false flags. Just really prepare over the next 4 weeks. We only have about, 3 to 4 more weeks to really finish that mental preparation for what's to come the last 5 months of this year. So I'm just here to give you that final warning. I'll see you guys soon. I hope everybody is doing well. Sending everyone so much love and light, and I will see you guys in the next video.